Today you join us on our 200-mile adventure in our £380 Ford Transit Connect van camper conversion. Will we make it? Stick around to find out. We're on our way to the Yorkshire Dales near a place called Ingleton, and we're going to show you some of the things we get up to, but most importantly we're going to show you a full tour of how we've kitted out the van for this 2-night trip. This is going to be a really fun one, so if you're enjoying this project so far, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. I really appreciate all the support I've been having on this project so far. It really means a lot to me, and yeah, let's get on with the road trip. So we've just stopped at Hilton Park Services for the sandwich. We're about less than a quarter of the way, but it's going all right so far. No mishaps yet. So we've just stopped off at this random junction with a random bench because the scenery is absolutely stunning. As you can see, this is absolutely beautiful. So thought we'd just take a moment while we're here. We're nearly at the Yorkshire Dales. I'm not sure exactly where we are really. We've come off the M6 because there was an accident further on and the maps told us to go a different way. So this is what we've done. So yeah, we just stopped off here just for a quick break. We have made it to our first stop, which is the Ribblehead Viaduct, as you can see behind me there. And the van has done absolutely fantastic. Absolutely not missed a beat. So this you can see behind me is the Ribblehead Viaduct. It was built in 1875. It took 5 years to build, and it is built out of limestone, and it's still in use today by trains passing over it. We've just seen a passenger train just go over it now, which is quite incredible. Nowadays, you know, a bridge like that would probably take just as long, if not longer, to build, and it wouldn't look even half as grand as this one does. It's incredible. Sorry, it's not a bridge, it's a viaduct. There's probably a difference, I don't know. Anyway, carrying on. We've made it back to the van, and I've just had a shocking realization that I don't have any signal and I don't know where our campsite is. I have a vague idea, so hopefully I can find it. Let's find out. We are here in the Yorkshire Dales and we've officially made it, and the van has not missed a beat. So I'm going to go through now and just show you how we've kitted out the van, ready for our 2-night stay. So we're starting in the front. Under the driver's seat, we've got a spare airbed. I'll explain later why we've got an airbed. We've got an FM transmitter for the tunes. We've got a phone mount that came with the van. I've just stuck that on the dashboard. Originally it was on the windscreen. So that's really good for not blocking the view. Under the passenger seat, we have my tool set, and we also have a breaker bar with my 19mm socket on it in case I need to take the wheel off, or one of the wheels, or many of the wheels. And moving around the back, this is our current setup for the back of the van. So in here we have plates and cutlery and randomly some food that should be in here. This is our food drawer. So we've got cans of soup and rice and these pouches that you can cook on the hob. Now, this has been the only sort of failure with this Kallax unit, to be honest, because occasionally when you go around corners, this does fly open. So that's not ideal, and we have had some food fall on the floor, which is I think why some of it's up here. So yeah, that's not been ideal. However, the doors have stayed shut perfectly fine, which is really, really good. So it's just these top drawers really that have been a problem. So maybe I need to put some more magnets on it. In the bottom here, we have sort of water and cleaning supplies. So we've got toilet roll, water, that's like washing up liquid, things like that. In this one, we have my camera equipment and Laurie's makeup bag for some reason. In this basket, we have pots and pans. That's pretty much it for the Kallax unit I've installed. So you'll notice here we've got an air bed. So we found the foam that was in the van was not really substantial enough. So we went to Argos and got this air bed, but it's, as you can see, too big for when it's pushed in and too small for when it's pulled out. So I'll show later how we're going to resolve that issue. But we have found a way of working it out using these cushions from our old sofa. So in this drawer, you can see I've got my clothes. In this drawer, we have my fiance's clothes. These are a bit crap, they don't really shut. Going around the side. In here, we still just have the leisure battery. Now, these are the exciting bits. In here, we have the gas canister, which is for this double burner gas hob that we borrowed. So that will cook us a nice meal tonight. I'm really excited for that because I'm very hungry. God, these are crap. Right, last but not least, in this drawer over here, we have some important stuff. We have an air pump for the airbed and for the tyres. We have jumper cables, a tow rope, a diagnostic tool, and a smaller toolkit in case my big toolkit is not enough for whatever reason. You can't be too careful when you're going this far in a £380 van, can you really? And up here, I've just noticed there's actually lighting in there. Didn't even know that. That's fantastic. But yeah, up here we have some bedding, and I have some camping chairs that I've stupidly stuffed right at the back, so I can't get to them. Really annoying. Got some coats and got my laptop there and stuff like that. And most importantly, a cool bag of Pepsi Max. How exciting. So we've got the dinner on already. I'm having this Fuel chickpea tagine protein bowl, and my beautiful assistant is having this Leon katsu curry. Got some rice on, and there's my protein bowl. Smelling really, really good. So I managed to get the camping chairs out in the end, and this is really, really nice. The only thing I would say though is, while I've been sat here, I've noticed how poor the paintwork on the van is. I don't know if you can see that, but there is swirl marks all over it. I don't think I've ever seen more swirl marks on a car. It's absolutely terrible. So that needs machine polishing at some point, if I can be bothered. It's getting a bit dark and cold now, so it's probably almost time to turn in for the night. So let's go and set up the bed. And here we have my wonderful assistant setting up the bed once again. So the bed situation is an air mattress from Argos. It is an AliExpress bed mattress topper thing that's reasonably thick, goes over the top. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this air bed doesn't really fill the width of the bed. So to fill the gap over here, this is the bit I'll be sleeping on. No doubt. These are just old sofa cushions. So we've washed the outer casing for it, and yeah, the level is about the same, and they're quite firm. It's quite firm foam inside of it, and I've tried it and it's actually pretty good, to be honest. The mattress topper just goes over the top like that. The sheet goes over the top of that, and the pillows at the top like that. Oh. And there you go. Look at that. We'll wait to see if that is actually comfortable, but I think that looks really cozy now.
They just lost $1 billion in market value. We're not moving from our numbers. Remind them of that. Right.
Good morning from our £380 van camper conversion. We officially made it through the night and it was pretty good. Laurie slept really, really well. She slept really early and for quite a long time. For me, for some reason, I couldn't rest. It was comfortable, it was warm, it was quiet, but I just couldn't rest. My brain wouldn't stop. So I think I might have had too much Pepsi or too much chocolate or something, but I can confirm it was quiet, comfortable and warm, and what more could you want really? So this is sort of the state of it in the morning. Pushed everything back. So we've got these situated as sort of backrests for when you want to use it as more like a sofa, as you can see. Don't really know what to do with the pillows while we're not using them, so they're kind of just there. They could probably go in the front, I suppose. But yeah, nothing really to report. The only thing I would say is the leisure battery and solar setup is absolutely fantastic. I've currently got my batteries on charge for my camera. We've also managed to charge both our phones off of it. It's had the lights on all of last night, and it is not flat yet. I mean, it's getting there. It's 10.5 volts and it's a 12-volt battery, but it's still working. So I'm very, very impressed with the battery and solar setup. It's pretty impressive. So today we're going to do some more sightseeing, and we've got one more night after that, and then we're off home. Okay, it's nearly the end of day 2, and well, the van is still here. I did, however, make a slight design mistake with the Kallax unit, which I'll show you now. You'll see we've got the hob and the gas on the floor, and that's because we find that the worktop for this is a bit too high. It's really difficult to actually cook anything because you're sort of like hunched over, because your head will otherwise hit the ceiling, and you really don't have much space to work when you're cooking anything on this worktop. So it's still really useful for obviously putting stuff on, but for cooking it's a little bit difficult. Obviously it will work in a pinch if the weather's bad or whatever, but so we're going to give cooking on the floor like cavemen a go, because it may end up actually being slightly easier than cooking in there. What a shame. Oh well. So here's our meal for tonight. It's just some soup, rice and bread, properly carb loading. We had a big lunch, so it's not too bad. This looks like an emoji though. Right, we've just completed our hike here in the village of Malham, and we're about to head home, sadly, so we'll be leaving the Yorkshire Dales very shortly. So this van I'm very, very impressed with. We had a good night's sleep last night. The van hasn't missed a beat at all, and if it does miss a beat, you'll see very shortly, and if not, I'll see you when we get home. I kind of wish that I could cut to a clip right now of the van completely falling to pieces or us broken down on the side of the motorway, because it would make great content for you guys to watch. Alas, the van made it home 200 miles from the Yorkshire Dales without any problems whatsoever. So this was just a mini outing really, just to get a feel for the van and to identify any potential issues with the van so we can make improvements before we go away in it again. But was it a success? Absolutely, it was a success. The van drove absolutely perfectly. It was warm and quiet and comfortable inside at night, if maybe a little cramped during the day because of having a big stupid airbed in the way all the time. That's something we need to work on for sure. And the only other issue really was these drawers coming open as we drive along, but it mainly only happened when we went round sharp corners, so it wasn't really much of an issue. Overall, we're really, really pleased with the van, and we'll definitely be continuing on with this project. So if you're enjoying the series so far, please subscribe to the channel and like the video down below. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate all the support on this project so far. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.